Kyle McIntosh on the right, head coach Dan Muller in the middle. Open it up for questions for players and Coach Muller.
Devon, could you just talk about the first half and how much confidence maybe that gave you guys just playing them to a draw in that first half?
I said we came in the game with the mindset to just give it all we got, and once we saw that we could compete with them, I feel like that was a great confidence. That gave us confidence to come out second half the same way.
Guys, not sure the microphone.
Yep, quick, got it.
Coach, how well do you think your guys competed throughout the game?
Yeah, I thought we competed very hard. First half to hold them to one offensive rebound was outstanding. Now, I'm sure Cal had some things to say about that at halftime, and clearly they came out and it hurt us in the second half. I thought foul trouble really hurt us the first half and second half, but we competed. Their length around the rim killed us, especially in the second half, but these guys played hard.
Did you all sense that you could maybe disrupt them a little bit once you realized Tyler Ulis wouldn't be out there on their offensive end, the way he always seems to be in command and not being there?
Yeah, Tyler's obviously extremely important to their team. We feel like we can disrupt most teams. That's kind of how we go into every game with the way we press and trap and the different things that we do defensively. And I thought we got them flustered early. Now, they kind of got a handle on it, and we couldn't really get them going as much in the second half throughout the game. Part of that was foul trouble. We couldn't be as aggressive as I wanted to be, but Tyler is certainly their floor general and terrific with the ball.
Coach, what was it about Kentucky that said we can punch them in the mouth and we can compete?
About Kentucky? Well, I don't know if there's anything about Kentucky with that. I mean, I think that we've had a really hard schedule. We played at San Diego State. We played Maryland already. We played a couple other very good teams, and we've been in every game. And so I think our guys have a belief we can play with almost anybody in the country if our minds are right. We have to play better. But I don't know if it says anything about Kentucky, to be honest. I think it's just something about our group and how we can compete most nights.
Coach, you said before the game that you could give perspective to Kentucky and Maryland after the game, so what'd you think?
Oh. Well, obviously they're missing one of their best players, and with the game a bit different with them playing, I don't know, but both teams are unbelievably long at the rim. Both teams have, especially when Tyler's healthy, point guards that are probably in the top, maybe in the top two, to be honest, but the top 5 in the country as far as point guard play. And then they've got dynamic scorers on the wing. So a little bit different. Maryland's more physical inside with their physicality, but it'll be a heck of a game.
Coach, can you talk about Roland's performance coming out just as a true freshman, shooting a pretty good percentage at Rupp?
Yeah, Rose had, Rose is extremely talented. He's had a couple games where he's been unbelievably good. He's had some games where, as a freshman, he hasn't been quite as good. Nerves have got him. It's kind of unique because at San Diego State and here is probably his 2 best games, probably 2 toughest places we play. And so, 7 for 10 against that length. He's good with the ball. He can finish. He's a competitor, but the other part I think that really helps is when he sees that those starters in there competing, I think that gives him confidence. So I think it's a credit to these guys and some of our other guys on the team to help, give those guys off the bench confidence.
Mikhail, could you talk a little bit about Paris not being in a lot of the game because of foul trouble, and you and Devon had to handle a lot of the ball handling, especially with Keyshawn not playing tonight?
Yeah, Coach trusts us to bring up the ball. We work on our ball handling all the time, and Coach trusts us in practice to bring it up. So we missed Paris because he was our floor general, but we were comfortable because we've done it before. It wasn't something that we haven't been taught or anything like that. So I think it wasn't that much pressure because we've done it before.
Coach, Scale Labissiere was unaffected, not productive in the game. What was the plan with him to try to contain him?
Well, we were going to double in the post. He didn't really get many post touches, to be honest. We wanted to be physical with him, try to limit his post touches. The way we play sometimes can disrupt offensive flow. I think that happened tonight. But I think that their head coach limited him a little bit also. We needed to teach him a lesson. We didn't play a lot. He wasn't in foul trouble, so clearly he wasn't competing like Cal wanted him to. And he obviously gets those guys playing hard. So we wanted to limit his touches, box him out as hard as we could, and disrupt their offensive flow with the way we play.
Coach, before the game, you said that the atmosphere here wouldn't be that much different than the one at San Diego State. Do you agree with that again after playing tonight here?
Yeah, I mean, San Diego State's one of the toughest places to play in the country, and clearly this is too. But as far as, atmosphere comes down to how loud does it get, how often, the setup of the arena. But they were very similar, I would say, with the volume, with how often it got loud. And this game had so many fouls. The flow of it wasn't great, and so it's not like the crowd, I felt like, ever could really get into it.
Devon, could you just talk maybe about what this game will do for you guys going forward?
I feel like this game tonight is going to help us in the long run, so we'll know how to close out games, especially playing like Kentucky and Maryland, like those bigger teams. So I feel like it'll help us definitely in our conference and then in the conference tournament.
Any other questions for the coach and players? Okay, thank you.